Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, and I've got my hands on another brand new phone right out of the box. This is direct from Google. It's the Nexus 4. It's a quad-core processor, 16 gigabytes of storage, 2 gigabytes internal memory. Very nice phone, and unfortunately, it's not for me. I'm setting it up for my sister. Apparently my whole family decided to join the smartphone revolution, which I think was actually a few years ago, but they're getting with the program now. I just did a video a couple weeks back of a phone I was setting up for my brother. He got the top of the line, arguably the best phone in the world, the Samsung Galaxy S4. So I set that up for him. My sister didn't want to spend that much money. She said, I don't need the best phone in the world. I want a good phone that's a reasonable value and something that will last for a couple of years. So for her, we decided on this, the Google Nexus 4. We're with T-Mobile, so this phone will work on our network with no problem. And I've just got it out of the box here. Let me show it to you. By the way, the other phone sitting here is my Google Galaxy Nexus, about a year old now, and just looking at it, boy, they just sure do look similar. I've actually picked up my phone a couple times by mistake, thinking I was getting this phone. So they've kept a lot of it same, but let me show you what's new and what's improved. So this is her new phone, the Nexus 4. And on the back, kind of a cool feature, I know she's really going to like this, is all the sparkliness that's underneath the smooth surface of it. There's these little things that when you move it in the light, I'm not sure if you're seeing that or not, but it sparkles, so I'm sure she's going to love that. Now this is a good phone, if not a great phone, in part because, I'll show you the back again here, the back doesn't come off. So you cannot replace the battery if after a couple of years the battery only holds half as much charge. Well, that's a disposable phone, I suppose, unless they come out with offer to let you send it into them to replace the battery. The other thing it's missing is a slot for an SD card. You can't expand the memory on it. So this comes with 16 gigabytes of internal memory, and I'm pretty sure that'll work well for her. But in a couple of years, she may want a new phone, and if she wants to store more stuff, she'll definitely have to get one. Now this is for sale for $349 if you buy it direct from Google. They do offer an 8 gigabyte version for $50 less, but since you can't expand the amount of storage space, I'd suggest spend the extra 50 bucks and go with the 16 gigabytes so you can be sure it will have a better chance of lasting you for 2 full years. I'll put a link down below where you can check it out on the Google website if you want to check the specs on it. Now they do sell this through T-Mobile. For some reason, it's about $75 more, or you can buy it through Amazon as well, but they charge you considerably more, so I'm not sure the reasoning behind that when you can go to Google and get it pure as they come for $349. Let me show you what else comes in the box. By the way, about the box, they've gotten very utilitarian. I remember my first Google Nexus phone, it came in a beautiful white box, and it was almost like someone sculpted it for me, sort of like Apple does, and now it's like, well, it's a phone, we'll stick it in a box so it doesn't get damaged in shipping. Here's what's included. It's pretty bare bones. There's the safety guide, warranty, and a quick start guide. You know how to stick the SIM card in, that sort of thing. Relatively short USB cable with the micro USB connector so you can plug it into your computer. You can also plug it into this piece, which allows you to plug it into the wall to charge it. And this little guy, which is for opening the SIM tray. It's a little tool that pops in a hole on the side of the phone that pops your SIM tray out. Because the back isn't removable, the SIM card doesn't fit in there like you might be used to seeing. So you pop out the little tray like on the iPhones, you drop your little micro SIM card in, and you pop it in and the phone's ready to go. Now again, it's a nice phone, not a great phone. The S4 is really a great phone. I mean, it's just blazingly fast when I was setting it up for my brother and I got to play with it some. But this phone is good, and for $349 compared to $649 for the brand new S4, you can see for somebody who doesn't need to have the latest and greatest, it's a very good value phone. Let me show you it in comparison to my phone here. Okay, this phone here I'm flashing at you, that's the Nexus 4, and this phone over here, this is the Galaxy Nexus. I'll hold them up next to each other. And they just about absolutely match with no overlap. So size-wise, just about identical. Screen-wise, the Nexus 4, I'll turn it on here and show you, is a tiniest bit bigger. The screen on it is 4.7 inches, whereas the screen on mine is 4.65, so pretty much indistinguishable. The resolution is set for the same, but everyone says this has such a wonderful display, so I suppose it is better than mine. I'll try to get a picture or something on there to compare the differences. Now, if you look at the thickness and you look at the top, surprisingly, my phone here is thinner than the Nexus 4, but if you look at the bottom, my phone is fatter than the Nexus 4 because my phone was built this kind of weird way where they actually put a curve in it, and so it's bigger at the bottom than the top, kind of like me. So the Nexus 4 has been out for about 6 months now, and if you're going to the Google store, it is the only phone that you can buy there, though soon they will have a Samsung Galaxy S4 as an option. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more than $349. So I'm going to switch over now to recording with the camera built into the phone. By the way, it's 1.3 megapixels on the front, 8 megapixels on the back, which is okay. And I'll try to record some birds, see if we have some out by the feeder right now, so you can see what the video quality is like with this. It does record in full 1080.
No birds at the bird feeder. Let me try to zoom in here. That's the zoomiest it will get. Don't have birds, but we can check out the, as seen on TV, topsy-turvy tomato planter. And the topsy-turvy strawberry planter that I planted some tomato plants in. They're doing nicely. Let me zoom in as much as I can. Let me get in as close as I can. That's pretty good.
All right, I've got the phone switched around here so that I'm now recording with the front-facing camera, the 1.3 megapixel camera. You would use this if you were making a Skype call or any kind of a video call. This is what it looks like. All right, a comparison here of the screens. Over here I have the Nexus 4. The settings I thought were the same for the screen, but they're not. The new Nexus 4 here is 1280 by 768, and my phone is 1280 by 720. So actually the new one is a much sharper picture. Okay, here are the phones with the exact same picture. The Nexus 4 is on top, and my Galaxy Nexus is at the bottom, so you can compare the color. I would say my phone on the bottom is a little bluish, and the new Nexus 4 is definitely more realistic color. I've zoomed in on part of the picture here to some of the blossoms, and again you can see the difference in the color saturation on the two phones, the Nexus 4 on top and the Galaxy Nexus on the bottom. Another cool feature on all the new Nexus Android phones is they support NFC, near field communication, where they can talk to each other, or you can use Google Wallet to pay for something at the store just by taking your phone and tapping it to a little box by the cash register. I tried to get this to work between my Galaxy Nexus and the Galaxy S4, and I didn't have any luck with that. But I tried it out here, and these two phones had no problem, so I'll show you how it's done. It's pretty easy. I'm going to take a YouTube video here that I did comparing my new Canon SX280 camera and the Galaxy S4 video and photos, and I'm going to take that video and by tapping the phones together transfer that YouTube video so it'll play over here. Here's how you do it. You have to have the NFC feature turned on and the Android Beam feature turned on, and I'm going to start this video up. Okay, I've got the video started and I've paused it, so I'm a few seconds into the video. Up above here I'm going to go to the sharing option. And you can choose to email it or text it, whatever you want. And there's one here called Beam File, so I'm going to beam it over here. And it tells me it's now ready. Touch the two phones together and it will beam it. That's what it says. Now on the phone over here it says touch to beam, so I'm going to touch it to confirm. And over here, YouTube app has come up, loading the video. And there we go. I was in the middle of watching this fascinating video of some YouTuber talking about the merits of the camera on the phone, and my friend said, hey, I'd like to watch that, so we did the knuckle bump, and now they can watch the video too. So it's fun that these kinds of features of the phone interoperability actually do work well, but probably because they're so closely related to each other. Now, this phone is definitely an improvement over this one. As much as I still like my phone, it's got 1 gigabyte of RAM. This has got 2. This has slower processors, a much faster processor, the nicer screen with the high resolution, and it was good in its day a year ago, but it's out of date now. So as for the value of the phone, if I had to go out and buy a phone right now, if I lost mine, this is the phone that I would pick. I really like the pure Android phones, And as nice as the S4 is with its blazing speed, it really bothered me when I was setting it up for my brother, that TouchWiz and all the T-Mobile junk software that got loaded onto it. So I liked it when the phones come clean. Now, if a month or two from now I were looking for a phone, and at the Google Play Store they were offering the S4 as a pure Android phone, that'd be hard to resist. But then again, if they're still selling it for $649 and this is $349, that does help me resist it some. Personally, I'd like to get the Nexus 5, which will be the next upgrade to this. People were expecting that to be announced this month at a major Google conference, but it looks like they're going to take the Galaxy S4, make it a pure Google version, and they're going to sell that instead of an update to this. By the end of the year, there still may be Google X phone or Nexus 5, and so that's what I'm holding out for. But if you need to buy a phone today, this is really a great value, and buying it direct from Google puts you first in line for new Android updates. You don't have to wait 3 months, 6 months for your carrier or the manufacturer to get around to updating it. So this is the way to go if you're looking for a good solid phone at a good solid price.